Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to a little let's build kind of video. I thought today we could play around with using pre-made rooms in The Sims 4. If you don't really know, here in The Sims 4 we have a thing called pre-made rooms, and these are just pre-furnished, finished rooms that EA has already created for us to use, just in case you ever want to just get a house built, but you don't want to like build a house from the ground up, but you also don't want to renovate one, so you can just kind of throw some rooms down. Again, that's easier said than done because laying them out in a really good way is probably difficult, but I thought in today's video we could play around with some of the rooms from the base game, but I thought I would add in my favorite stuff pack, Tiny Living, and we could do a tiny house out of these pre-made rooms. Obviously, we will not be we will not be like giving ourselves any rules. Like, we can make the room smaller if needed, but it's all about just using the pre-made rooms and just kind of making something out of it, so that I can kind of show you all how to build without, being like, okay, now draw this room out, I might do more videos like that in the future, but let's just go ahead and jump on in. So I'm obviously going to need a kitchen space, and I thought what we could do is just grab, you can go to the little tab here just where it says kitchen and just pick a kitchen. Obviously you can see there's not anything kitchen related to Tiny Living, so we're just gonna have to go with the base game one. This one's hideous, so I thought we could go with just this cheap one from the base game, and we can change the colors up ourselves. It's all good. So I'm just gonna place that room back here, and then we need a bathroom. I'm just gonna use the Tiny Living one because that's what we're focusing on in this build, and then the bedroom as well from Tiny Living, and then I think there's a living room. Yes, there's a little living room. And I think that's it for Tiny Living. So we'll go ahead and try to make something work out of this. We're gonna make it work for us, as Jenna would say. So most of the time, whenever you're building a tiny house, which we will go ahead and make sure, okay, we are at 46 tiles. That is considered a tiny house. It's a tier 2 tiny house, but it's fine. We're gonna make the walls shorter too, because I don't know why this is on medium height. But yeah, most of the time with tiny houses, the entrance to the tiny house is going to be the living room. That's just how I normally am. And as you can see really quickly before I get too far ahead of myself, each room, whenever you place them down, you actually have 3 options of like colorways. So there's the red way, there's a orange and blue, and then there's a really nice just kind of blue and beige kind of tone. And as you can see, I think we're going to go with actually, could we go with a blue? I like the red. We might change it up and do some red for a change. Who knows? But the kitchen is obviously the most boring part, so we're not going to look at that yet. So yeah, we can place down our little kitchen next to the living room, because a lot of the times when I build tiny houses, I don't put in hallways or anything. So what I'll do is I'll actually get rid of the island counters and just put the archway there, and then move this over. Boop. And look at that, look at that, look at that. We've got so much more space. Okay, this needs to not open up every single time. And then what I would do is I would probably either have a little opening here. I'd probably just open this up. I would probably just open this space up completely and use what I can, kind of move what I can around, and then find a spot to put the bedroom entrance. So probably like right here, and then the bathroom, which where is the door for that? Okay, we can make that work for us. So we can just move this forward 1 block, and ta-da, we have a tiny house. Look at how easy that was. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this TV because they already have one in here. And yeah, so you basically have a house built already. You don't even need to do anything else, to be honest. I mean, obviously I would at least try covering up the exterior a bit, because that's just wrong to leave it half finished. And I would also redo the windows and stuff. So let's go ahead and just do that. Let's just, play around with what we have. Obviously, I'm just gonna do base game and Tiny Living for this for this build, and I do have some custom content that is an add-on to Tiny Living. I highly recommend checking that out. It is it's called Tiny Living Plus by Illogical Sims. So I will be sure to leave that in the description down below. You all seem to really like it whenever I will use a bit of CC that just kind of adds to the game. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I am gonna add a few windows in. This little window set isn't really like, it doesn't scream Tiny Living to me, but it is so essential, I think. And here's a little tip for when you're placing down windows. You see how I don't really have a lot of space to place these. I just hit F5 with Move Objects on, and it adds so many more little slots, so you don't have to hold down Alt and like try to line things up, which is super annoying. I know, it's very, very mind-boggling. And we will also change the door up, I think, a bit, just because I want a new door. We'll add it here. And also, Illogical Sims made a really cool door that goes along with Tiny Living, and it's so nice. Look at that. Isn't that so great? It matches the door here, but it doesn't have any windows. So it can be an interior door, which is super handy. So yeah, and I'm just gonna add some more windows out the back here. We'll move things around if there's anything like overlapping, like this, for example. This actually looks really cute already. I like the bathroom quite a lot. It's actually a super cute bathroom. They did a good job with that. But I will change around the little, bedroom spot because I think it needs a little bit of work. We're gonna make it work for us. So, and I also think I'm gonna use this little, corner here, this little space in the in the bedroom. My goodness. Oh man, I'm really bad at thinking of words today. It's just one of those days. It's okay. And we're gonna go with that colorway, I think, and just plop down a laptop. That way they can move around if they need. And then here is another item from Tiny Living. We got some bar stools in Tiny Living, as you can see, and they're quite nice, but there wasn't a dining chair equivalent, so Illogical Sims made one, and it's honestly gorgeous. He also made, I want to say he made more. Like, I don't really remember what else he made. He made all sorts of stuff. I'll show you, but we'll just plop that down so it's like a nice, simple, clean chair. Look at that. I love this color scheme. I love it. And yeah, I do want to change up this wallpaper too. I think I will cheat just a tiny bit, you all, and use a bit of SimKia. I know it's not necessarily a Tiny Living thing, but it's okay because it's base game. So I'm just gonna go with some SimKia wallpaper. I think in the living or the bedroom, I'll do a nice soft guava. That's what a viewer, Andrea, I think it's Andrea, she let me know what this color was, and she says it was guava, and I did a little Google search, and oh my goodness, I really kind of want that paint color in my house. One day if I ever have my own house. I think I'll do a nice lighter kind of beigey color on some of these walls, or maybe just the whole thing, because it actually looks really nice. It makes it softer and a little bit less harsh, and yeah, it just looks really good. I definitely want to move this around a bit because this is a little bit kind of crazy. I think that looks quite nice, if I do say so myself. Actually, no, I didn't do it, so I can't say much. But yeah, and the kitchen here, I'm definitely giving it a complete renovation. I know we were using pre-made room. I'm sorry, but we're gonna go with the same setup, I think. But we're just not gonna be using these cabinets at the very least. Yeah, we just won't use the cabinets because I don't want to use the cabinets. We're gonna go with this. I'm cheating, I know. Clickbait, I know. I'm sorry, but I'm sure you'll agree that was a hideous kitchen. Just saying. Base game has got some potential, but that was absolutely not. We're not doing that today, sis. Absolutely not. So we'll just leave that as like a nice open, shelving element moment. whatever word you want to use. I'm also going to redo the lights in here. So yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing I will do in this house is change that. The tile, actually, I don't mind it, but the floor, the wall, like the floorboards, I do want to change up a bit. So, oh, I don't want to use that. I think I'll go with just some of this like nice kind of light, like just like a light wooden tone. I really love that tone, honestly, and I think I'll put it in the bathroom too because it looks really nice. And right here in the kitchen, we can add in a dining space, which actually what we can do is just to kind of add a little bit to the challenge, we can look through the dining spaces here and just use what's there. We won't use the room, of course, but we can use, so yeah, you see, look, the cool thing is with these pre-made rooms is that if you see something in the room that you just want, but only that, you can just click the item and it gives it to you. So I got these two cute, you know, base game chairs, which honestly are a vibe. So yeah, and we'll just place down a table, something simple. Ooh, we could do this. This is fun. It takes up too much space though. Here's another tiny living thing. It's a table. We did get a table with tiny living. It's very annoying that the only table we did get is in the miscellaneous section, and it's a bar height table. Don't get me wrong, I love bar height tables in The Sims 4. I just think we should have gotten this equivalent as well. So yeah, I think it's kind of crazy that we didn't get that, but here's another thing from Tiny Living that I adore, and it is a lamp. Now, this was separated by Illogical Sims. Obviously, it's custom content, but it is from the Murphy bed set, and love it so much. It just makes it so nice. But yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll take the little bit of guava here and just kind of add. Love that, honestly, so pretty. And I think we'll change this maybe to something a little bit more light so that there's a little bit more contrast in here. I love that, actually. That's really cute. And we'll make the fridge pink, I guess. I don't know. This house is a very like pinky purpley toned house. It's actually quite pretty. But yeah, I think that's it for the house. Now that we can, you know, say that the interior is finished, let's look at the price. It's only at 18,000 simoleons too, which, I mean, considering the price of this lot being 2,000 simoleons, this is just a little bit more than a starter house could be. So you could easily just get rid of some decor, get rid of the TV, get rid of the computer, and it will work for you. So yeah, and then I'm just gonna add a fun roof. This is honestly a roof style that I go for quite frequently with my builds, just because it makes it really simple and it's not too, you know, complicated. It's just you put down 2 pieces of roofing and you're done. It's so easy. And I always make sure one of them is a little bit higher than the other so that they don't look like they're cutting into each other. But yeah, I think we'll just do a nice simple metal roof because why not? And yeah, I think the rest of the build, what I would like is just like a simple little garden space in the front here. That would be quite cute. I think what we'll do is we'll section it off, maybe. Yeah, actually, we'll just section it off completely, just like this, and put like a little, you know, cute little gate and some, you know, some garden pots. You know, actually, before we do anything like this, let's look at the pre-made rooms because hey, there's gonna be some outdoor ones also, as you can see. So we'll look at the base game ones. I don't think there's a tiny living one. No, there's not. But as you can see, there is like some outdoor ones. Like there's a little maze here, which I think is so cute. We've got just like a little patio deck kind of thing. And then we've got a little garden space. I think these are really cute. I don't really think I'm gonna use any of them, but we can probably use what's here actually, because this is pretty fun. Yeah, I don't know if I love that terracotta, to be honest, but we'll give it a try. Maybe we'll use something different. See, I mean, I'm not restricting myself to just using those rooms because, you know, at the end of the day, it's silly to do that. It's silly to try to force yourself into the boxes and to try to do all these challenges because, you know, it's fun for a video and it's fun for a catchy title, but at the end of the day, I don't think that it makes a build good. It just makes it fun and different, and you can't just expect that all the time. I'm sorry if that sounds a little bit shady to any of my viewers. I'm not. It's just been on my mind lately, and you know, it's just how I've been, you know, thinking. Honestly, I've been just being in this like mindset where I'm like, I have to do a challenge, I have to do this, I have to do that, but you know, I don't. So yeah. But yeah, I'll just make this a little garden space. So I'll just put a few planter pots here, and then we'll put like a big one here. And I don't know, it's pretty cute. It's a really simple house, and the landscaping isn't even done, but that's fine. We don't have to worry about landscaping right now. I mean, if anything, if you want a really quick, simple landscaping tutorial, here you go. Put down a tree. And then I recommend getting this low-lying yellow, what is it called? Low-lying pale yellow, wow, whoa. Low-lying pale yellow flowers from the base game. They are super handy. And you can enlarge them, and they fit in really nice areas. Put some lavender down. I recommend doing lots of lavender because, you know, it just makes the build look really pretty. And, you know, just kind of layer it up, you know, if you can. Filling in the gaps, making sure it's not, you know, make sure it's not being neglected anywhere. And, you know, we can put a little space here, I think, for a nice little mailbox, because we don't want to forget the mailbox. There's probably one on this lot. No, there is not. Never mind. And then just a little bin, because, you know, we don't want to forget the bin, because I've done that a lot. So yeah, that's kind of all you need. I mean, you don't really need a whole lot. I mean, if anything, this is what I would do, is I would bring this really close to the front here, just so that it didn't look like it's just like way back and empty and everything. And yeah, and if you really want, you can just throw down some hedges and you're done. It's as simple as that, you know? Like, you don't need to make it all complicated for it to look nice. Actually, really quickly, what I might do is I might actually section this off with some fence tools. I think it would look quite cute if I sectioned it off with something like this, maybe? Yeah, that makes it kind of look cute. And what I can do is I can section off the backyard here as well. I know not every country does this, but it's pretty common in like more rural area, or more urban areas, to have, you know, your own like place sectioned off, so you can just have your own backyard, and it's, you know, it sections it off for you, so you know like where you don't need to be. And we'll put in a little, you know, barbecue, and just some, you know, we even have a little coffee table that is in the same style of tiny living we'll use, why not? And a couple base game loungers, just to kind of give your Sims a, just you know, just so your Sims have a little bit of an outdoor space too. And we'll throw down an easel. We'll just get the regular cheap one. And a bonsai tree, because why not a bonsai tree? I mean, hello, bonsai trees are beautiful. And then a workbench. Just, yeah, like if you're building a tiny house, that's one tip that I will give you, is make sure to utilize exterior spaces also, because they don't count towards the tiny, you know, living lot restrictions. So you're golden. And yeah, we'll throw down some plants, and I think we'll call it a video, because why not? I mean, I think this is a really simple, straightforward, you know, build. I don't want to, you know, I want, you know, newer builders to, you know, be able to see, you know, what they can do without putting too much work in, because, you know, building takes a lot of time and a lot of, you know, patience, and sometimes, you know, people don't really want to take all that time out. And you know, it's all good. It's all good. We're gonna give them Alexa real quick. Uh-oh. Okay, mine didn't hear me. I was just anyway, we'll give them a little smart device here. And yeah, I think that is it, honestly, you all. I might give them some more windows. See, this is what happens, is that you kind of start building, and you kind of figure out, you know, you're like, oh, I want to add something else here, I want to add something else here, and it's constantly changing, you know. You're never going to be completely happy with it until you are completely finished. I don't know. But yeah, I'll add another tree and we'll call it a build, I think. We'll just add a couple, this one maybe, or we'll just add this one. This one's quite nice. We can just put it a little bit farther back so that it's not too in the way. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this little video. I really have just been in the mood to do these like kind of more real-time, you know, unedited kind of videos. I guess I'll give you all a little tour of the house. I will say, if I built this house again, I would probably change up the exterior, but I do quite like the panels. They look kind of fun. So here is the front. I'm gonna screenshot so that I get a good thumbnail. And we've got a little garden place in the front here, and then you can just go right in, and then you have a little cute living room. And if you only have tiny living, this house will work for you pretty well, I think. So you can get some custom content to go with it. Are those matching? I can't tell if these are matching. I think they're matching. Are they matching? I need to check this really quickly, you all. Wait, okay, we're good. But anyway, here is the living room. Nice and cozy and simple, and honestly really just, I feel comfortable in here. And then we have the kitchen. Yes, I cheated and replaced the cabinets with my own CC cabinets, but I highly recommend, if you have just the base game, please go check out Illogical Sims custom content pack called SimKia Furnishings. It's basically IKEA in The Sims 4. It looks perfect. It looks just like what EA would make, if not better. And it's just really well thought out. It's simple, and it's really good for starter homes. It's just in general a really good pack. I highly recommend it. So please go check that out, along with the Tiny Living add-on set that he did called Tiny Living Plus. It's incredible. So yeah, there's the kitchen, very bare bones basics. It's what your Sims will need to survive. And then a little bedroom for a single Sim with a little office space and a couple dressers. I really love the color scheme in here. It's really pretty. And then we have the bathroom, which honestly I didn't even touch. And I'm kind of not mad about it, because it's really cute. I did not know we had this kind of blue swatch for these bricks. These are bricks that were in an update some time ago. They're so nice. So yeah, but I will be sure to leave links down below to all of the custom content that was used. Basically just SimKia and Tiny Living add-ons by Illogical Sims. I was going to say Peacemaker, that's the wrong creator. But yeah, I hope you all enjoy this build. Be sure to let me know if you did down below, and I hope you're staying safe, staying healthy, staying hydrated, and staying home and playing some Sims, because, you know, even if the game can seem boring sometimes, right now every little thing counts. So yeah, I love you all so much, and that's everything. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.